Okay, you dirty rat. Did you take my cheese? Did you just cut it? Smart guy. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at another Kingdom Transformer. This is the Maximal Rattrap. Now for those of you who are unfamiliar with this character, Rattrap of course is a character from the Beast Wars continuity. So he served under Optimus Primal as a Maximal. And Rattrap was known for being rather sarcastic and bordering on cowardly at times, yet carried more weapons than what one would see in a Die Hard movie. So Rattrap was a rather comical character. Apparently in the Japanese dub for Beast Wars, Rattrap would often break the fourth wall by trying to claim that he could smell what the various viewers watching the show were eating. A rather cute, if not strange, addition. Of course, one of Rattrap's greatest lines in the series was, "What in the name of my great aunt RC?" which is done to imply that apparently he has a family connection to RC of the Generation 1 continuity. Of course, in the Beast Wars cartoon, it was done as something of an in-joke, since RC's voice actress, Susan Blue, was the voice director for the Beast Wars cartoon. So, a nice little in-joke and nod to the G1 fans. Whether or not that's been expanded upon, the lore does not really give enough information. Perhaps this is a case for ancestry. At any rate, let's take a look at Rattrap here, and we'll look at his lone accessory. And it is his fusion blaster. It's a rather small and tiny gun, but not as tiny as some of the others that have been out. This one is at least of a modest size, so you're not going to lose it relatively easily. Unfortunately, Rattrap really doesn't have much means to store the gun, but he does have a method on the instructions. Pretty much once you've gotten him out of the package and you've set up his back to be exactly like that, you can use this hole here under the post on the right hand side, and you'll connect the gun using the longer post, provided I don't drop it on the floor again. The post on the left side of the gun will slide in here very easily, and that thus allows Rattrap to store his gun. Quite a novel approach to it, if I do say so myself. Let's take a look briefly here at Rattrap's articulation, and for a figure of his size, he does have quite a bit of articulation here. His head can be turned from left to right. Unfortunately, it's not on a ball joint, so it will not look up and down. His arms can be raised up all the way up, due to the way they are set up. They do only raise up straight out about so far. And they rotate in an odd way due to the way that they're set up. but he does at least allow the arms to rotate around, provided he quits shifting the hip piece here. He does have a joint at the elbow, so he can bend his arm at the elbow just above 90 degrees. And due to the fact that the elbow is a ball joint as well, it does give him some bicep articulation. So he has something similar to the G.I. Joe battle grip. See if I can't get his body to straighten up here. That's better. His legs can spread apart into a full splits. He can raise his leg up at the hip 90 degrees. He can also bend his leg at the knee 90 degrees. But he's double jointed at the knee, so he can also bend at the lower portion of his knee. The upper portion of his knee is on a ball joint as well, so you get some extra rotation there. And there is some articulation at his ankles. So all in all, Rattrap here does have quite a bit of articulation. Okay, we're going to transform Rattrap here. And of course, the first thing we need to do is we got to turn him around here and take the gun away. And then we kind of detach his back piece a bit, just so we have it freed up and give his head some clearance. Because we're going to rotate his robot head so it turns and looks behind him. And then we pop his chest piece up to reveal the rat head and rotate it all the way up so that it's looking up. His arms need to be rotated so that they're up in an I surrender pose. But of course, remember, his fists will be pointing outwards on this. And then the actual shoulder pieces lower down like that. Get it up close here so you can see these sections lower down. And as you saw, there's a slot here in his shoulders. Well, that's going to connect to this little post in here. So be prepared to shift and adjust as necessary to get those locked into position. There's always one that's going to be a pain. There we go. Once his arms are now locked in, you're going to get the lower arms, bend them slightly at the elbow, and rotate them so they point outwards. You might want to hold on to the shoulders so that they stay connected in there. Then next we're going to turn Rattrap around and separate a portion of the back piece just enough so that we can rotate the tail so it comes outward, then fully extend the back piece, as well as shift the rest of his back so it comes downward a bit. Like that. That way it kind of lines up with his head. Then next we come down here to his legs. We're going to rotate them at the knees so that his toes face each other. And then we're going to bend them outward. I'm guessing one of his previous jobs was as a circus contortionist. To be able to bend like this. You rotate the knee so that so you can see the ball joint. And then we fold down his feet a bit. Let me take a quick glance at these here. Yeah, you bend them down at the knee, and then twist the feet so that they face forwards now. Kind of like that. And now we're going to come up here. And they show we should be able to fold the front sides of the rat down to get that locked into position, like so. And of course, while you're doing that, you manipulate the arms so that they come straight down and out like that, so that we can bring down the rat tail. And that covers that up. And then we will adjust his rear legs so that the upper portion, where the hole is, will connect to the small post right in there. And then there you have it, folks. So we get these instructions out of the way. Here is Rattrap in his famous mode. He is, without a doubt, a rat. The sad part is that unfortunately in his beast mode here, the only articulation accessible will be the back feet can be adjusted. Of course, if you detach them from the plastic here, it will give you slightly more. So, you do get a little, but it's not really all that impressive. Rattrap in this mode is basically a statue. And of course, I know there are some people that do have a gripe that his fists are clearly exposed at his butt. So if that's an issue for you. And of course, Rattrap can also carry his gun in this mode. He does have a post on the right-hand side of the gun, and it can connect to the holes on either of his legs, on either of the rear legs. And he can carry his gun that way. Just like that. Now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Rattrap? Well, again, since I never had any Beast Wars toys growing up, because at that point I was getting out of toys, I don't really have a way to compare Rattrap to his original. This one, however, I'm kind of a little bit on the fence about. I mean, for one, I know they're trying to scale them to be about the right size, so Rattrap here is about at the right scale for what you would expect him to be, especially for being a rat. So if you're going for scaling size, they've done a pretty good job with it here. However, due to him being at a small size, they've cut a lot of the articulation in his beast mode, and that I know is probably going to upset some of the fans, since they're going to lose out on some of the ability to pose him in his beast mode. So that's going to be something that's going to be an issue. But if it's something you can overlook, the toy isn't too bad. Just make sure for all the kids that are watching, make sure your mother doesn't see this one laying out and about. At any rate, that concludes my review of the Kingdom version of Rattrap. I hope you all enjoy it. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join our ranks. Make sure to ring the bell, because this month videos will be going up at various times. I also ask that you share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. That's what helps this channel grow. And also share your thoughts about Rattrap in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I'll catch you all later.